The Young and the Restless, Y&R spoilers reveal that Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, could expose Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, Spies to Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Will Claire's grandpa be furious over a major betrayal? Although Claire was targeting the Newman family when she made her Y&R debut, Victor understands that she was under Jordan's, Kyle&Jack, control. Claire has transformed her life and proven her loyalty to Victor, so he's accepted her into the Newman clan, which means Victor is showing off his protective side now. That's a problem since Claire wants Victor to approve of her relationship with Kyle. Claire doesn't think it's fair for Victor to judge Kyle based on his Abbott roots, nor does she support this forever feud between the two families. With all that in mind, we can certainly see the potential for Claire to become a traitor in Victor's eyes, so Claire could be forced to make a choice that infuriates Victor in the end. Victor is plotting against Jabot using some spies he's planted through their Glissade acquisition. Those spies are going to report back with plenty of info on Jabot's plans, so Victor will be able to sabotage the company. It'll be easy for Victor to derail things once he has a better idea of what Jabot has in the works. Claire was already fond of the Abbotts due her time as Harrison Abbott's Reading Munsell nanny. However, Claire cares even more now that she's dating Kyle, who happens to be Jabot's co-CEO. How can Claire just stand by and let Victor tank Kyle's family business? If Claire figures out what Victor's up to, she may not be willing to keep her mouth shut. Claire knows Victor well enough by now to realize that scolding him won't work, and neither will begging him to back off. The only surefire way to stop Victor's scheme may be to expose it to Kyle&Jack. Perhaps Claire will sound the alarm over Victor's spies, which would give Jack and Kyle a chance to fire them or even feed them bogus information. The Abbotts can fight back if Claire tips them off to Victor's plot, but that could seriously damage her relationship with her grandfather. The Young and the Restless fans are in for a wild ride as Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, finds herself at the crossroads of family loyalty and personal love. In the coming episodes, we may witness a shocking twist that could forever change her relationship with the powerful Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and even put her in direct conflict with her grandfather. Will Claire expose Victor's spies to Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, risking her connection to Victor in the process? Victor's been a major figure in Claire's life, but their bond is about to be tested in ways neither of them could have predicted. She's no longer the young woman who first appeared on Y&R, manipulated by the influence of Jordan, Kyle&Jack. Now, Claire's grown into someone who has earned Victor's trust and has her own mind. So what happens when her personal life collides with her loyalty to her grandpa? A family betrayal seems inevitable. And if Claire decides to blow the whistle on Victor's secretive actions, she could ignite a feud that could shake the very foundation of the Newman family. Let's take a moment to reflect on Claire's incredible transformation over the past year. When she first stepped onto the Y&R scene, Claire was caught in a web of manipulation, targeted by the Newman family. But over time, she's proven herself. After breaking free from Jordan's influence, Claire has slowly earned Victor's respect, and in doing so, she's gained a spot within the close-knit Newman clan. Victor is known for his loyalty to those he trusts, and Claire's earned that trust, despite her past. But here's where it gets tricky. As much as Claire has grown to be a trusted member of the Newman family, she hasn't lost sight of her own values. Victor may have welcomed her in, but Claire still holds on to her own sense of right and wrong, and right now, her moral compass is guiding her toward one of the biggest decisions of her life. At the center of Claire's internal conflict it is, of course, Kyle Abbott. Not only is he the man she's falling in love with, but he's also deeply embedded in the world of Jabot, the rival company Victor is actively trying to undermine. Claire has already spent plenty of time around the Abbott family, first as a nanny to Harrison Abbott, Reading Munsell, and now as Kyle's girlfriend. It's impossible for Claire not to have developed strong bonds with the Abbott family over time, especially Kyle. Her connection to Kyle complicates things. Claire doesn't think it's fair for Victor to judge him based on his Abbott roots. In fact, she's sick of the long-standing feud between the Newman and Abbott families and has never been one to stand by and watch the bad blood continue. As much as she respects Victor, Claire sees things through her own lens, and from her perspective, it's time for the battle between these two families to end. That's where the trouble begins. If Claire finds out what Victor is up to, namely using spies to infiltrate Jabot and sabotage their business, there's no way she can stand by and let it happen. She loves Kyle, and more importantly, she believes in the integrity of Jabot and the Abbotts. How could she, in good conscience, allow her grandfather to destroy Kyle's family business, especially when she knows how much it means to him? Victor's playing a dangerous game. As Vi and R spoilers have revealed, he's planted spies within Jabot's Glissade acquisition, sending them on a mission to uncover sensitive information about the company's plans. These spies will report back to Victor, giving him the upper hand to ruin Jabot's strategies and get the better of the Abbott family once and for all. For Victor, it's all part of the never-ending corporate warfare with the Abbotts, but for Claire, it's a line that shouldn't be crossed. She's not going to sit idly by and watch her grandfather destroy Kyle's career and family legacy. What happens if Claire uncovers Victor's scheme? Will she stay loyal to her grandfather, or will she risk it all to protect Kyle and Jack? If Claire does discover the plot Victor's cooked up, she may face the toughest decision of her life. Does she stay quiet and remain loyal to her family, or does she blow the whistle on Victor's covert operation and expose him to Kyle and Jack? Let's be clear, Claire knows Victor well. She understands that confronting him directly about his actions won't do a thing. Victor isn't the type of man who responds well to criticism, and any plea to stop his sabotage would likely fall on deaf ears. So if Claire wants to protect Kyle and his family from Victor's wrath, she may have to take drastic action. Exposing Victor's spies to Kyle and Jack could be the only way to prevent a major disaster. With the information Claire provides, the Abbotts could take steps to neutralize the threat, possibly even feeding the spies false information to turn the tide in their favor. But that's a dangerous game to play, and it could have serious consequences. If Claire does make the bold choice to warn Kyle and Jack, the fallout will be intense. Victor is not a man who takes betrayal lightly, especially from someone he's come to trust and accept into his fold. Claire would be risking her relationship with her grandfather, possibly forever. Victor's wrath could be swift and unforgiving, leaving Claire caught in the middle of a family war that she didn't ask for. But then again, Claire may not have any other choice. The thought of Kyle losing everything because of Victor's interference might be too much for her to bear. And if there's one thing we know about Claire, it's that she won't just sit by and let things unfold when she knows she has the power to make a difference. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Claire is heading toward a turning point in her journey. Will she remain loyal to her grandfather, or will she take a huge risk by exposing his plot and potentially damaging her relationship with him forever? One thing's for sure, this storyline is going to keep fans on the edge of their seats as we watch Claire wrestle with her love for Kyle and her allegiance to Victor.